The hub. The hub.
Hub City neighbors. Hub City's greatest. It's Hub City for life. Every Wednesday, tune in at 8. Put the U after the H, put the B after the U. This is the city. Hub City for life. This is the city. It's Hub City for life. Every Wednesday, tune in at 8. Put the U after the H, put the B after the U. This is the city. Hub City for life. This is the city. Hub City for life. I said the Hub City way is HubCityDre. Wanna find out what's up with Compton and tap in at 8. Got the latest and greatest. Independent he play. If it's major he play. If it's current he say. Look, you'll never know who might fall through next. Leave it up to DRE. That's the plug. Hustling until we ball. That's the hub. Collectively influencing the youth. That's the city ride with me. Then I made a left on Rose Burns. Made another left on Wilmington. Then I made a left on Greenleaf. I stopped on a light on Alameda. Got on that light be too long. Riding around the city like a Renaissance. This is real life, this ain't just a song. This is Hub Radio. Every Wednesday, tune in at 8. Put the U after the H, put the B after the U. This is the city. This is the city.
Hub Radio.
And we are live from the Hub, man. I'm your host, HubCityDre, man. We in this thing, man. Happy Hump Day to everybody, man. This is February 6th, 2019, man. Wednesday, man. So everybody doing good this February? Yeah, everybody solid. Tomorrow my grandmother's birthday, man. She make 89 years old, man. So happy birthday to my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? I sat down and we chopped it up today. I like to sit down and just get some moments with her. And she said some shit to me that was like kind of like deep to me. It was like, yo, she was talking about like making it to 89 and then how she was like she's like, you know, how people talk about, you know, after they make it and everything, they wish this person was here, that person was here, and blase, blase. She's like, I'm gonna make sure I'm here. I'm gonna make it to 100. I'm gonna make sure I catch everything you do. So I'm like, shout out to my grandmother, man. Me and her is real tight. That's my nigga. She don't get no bigger. She get any bigger, that'll be my bigger nigga. I swear to God. Listen, we got a nice little show lined up for y'all, man. I got some things to talk about. Let's run this thing down, man. 21 Savage and Ice. 21 Savage has been deported back to his homeland of the UK. No one knew this nigga was from the UK. Let's be clear, no one knew this nigga was from the UK. But I do find it funny that the 21 Savage that we've known over the years is not the 21 Savage that we know today. He's coming with a whole new sound. He's a little more conscious. He's talking about a little more things that's, you know, more relevant. He's doing different things with his money. He just, you know, he's more conscious nowadays. And for that, I would say that might be a reason why he got his ass the fuck out. He had been in trouble a couple times in high school. Been in trouble as an adult. No one ever checked on his visa then. Now he started talking conscious and all this shit. Now they want to kick him out the country. And then they use black people to kind of validate this type of thing, man. Black people, stop letting other people use you against your own people. That nigga's from Atlanta. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If the West Coast can accept motherfucking Corrupt as a West Coast artist and a West Coast legend, he caught here when he was 17 years old, motherfucking Atlanta can accept 21 Savage coming to Atlanta at 12 years old and growing up the rest of his time there. Same as Tupac. Same as Tupac. So it's so many different ways we can go with that, man. So black people, stop trying to bring that nigga down. That nigga's from Atlanta. And regardless where he's from, he's doing this shit, man. So shout out to 21 Savage. Shout out to Jay-Z for getting that man a lawyer. I heard Jay got him a lawyer, man. Jay's always, he steps up. He steps up, man. I got so much respect for Jay-Z. He didn't just step up for 21 Savage, he stepped up for Meek Mill when he was in the situation, and countless other people. So big shouts out to Jay-Z. Moving on. The Game versus Joe Budden. Last week we talked about the Game taking shots at Kim Kardashian, talking about how he had her choke on his babies and blase. Well, he didn't stop there. He kept going and he's taking shots at Joe Budden's now fiance. Her name is Sin. Come on, y'all.
Santana.
Sin Santana. She's nice. She's nice.
She's gorgeous.
She's fucking gorgeous. But Game, goddamn, this nigga Game is ruthless.
What he say?
I mean, he's just talking about how he discovered the pussy before Joe Budden.
Ooh.
Yeah, Game
Ray J did.
Game when he got into the industry, Game was throwing his dick a party. When he got into the industry, it was just a dick. He was just throwing his dick a huge party. He was inviting all the industry girls, and he's just been like that since Games come out. He's talked about doing everyone's shit, from hoops to go down the line. This is Game's thing. This is what he does. So I don't know. I don't want to shout out Game for that. It's kind of like grimy. that's kind of grimy. Like talking about smashing somebody else's girl on record. It's great promotion because it's gonna get you clicks. But god damn, bro, where do you draw the line? You might as well talk about Nick Kids. Killer Mike has a documentary out. If you guys don't know about it, you need to go check that shit out. That shit is called Trigger Warning. I've only seen one episode, which is the first episode, and I'm dying to see the rest of it. But on that episode, he talks about basically spending black dollars and how we need to recycle our money. He goes 3 days straight with trying to do nothing but spend money in the black community. So he decided, okay, I can't drive because no black people make cars. So he had to walk everywhere he had to go. He didn't have anywhere to sleep because black people don't own hotels in that specific area. He had a hard time finding something to eat because there was no black-owned restaurants. Or if they were black-owned, they didn't buy their food from black-owned farms. So he went through these. The whole episode is about him trying to spend black dollars and how much black businesses are needed and how much black dollars need to replenish those businesses. So if you haven't got a chance to check it out, please check out Trigger Warning. He talks about having, now this is what threw me off. Like he has a couple businesses that he started with Bloods and Crips. Now he has a drink called Cripacola. Cripacola? Cripacola.
Cripacola.
Cripacola. Cripacola. Throws me the fuck off. That, and he has Blood Pop. Blood Pop. I love the idea. I think this
I hate the names.
I hate the fucking names. I do. I hate the names, Mike. Names are Cripacola and Blood Pop. It just sounds real cheesy. It sounds really, really, really cheesy. I don't even know what else to say about that. It just sounds fucking cheesy. What's that? Okay, I got 3 minutes to get fresh here on. So has anybody got a chance to taste the Cripacola? Anybody in here? No.
They actually put it in stores?
I think they do have it in stores, at least. Well, probably not here. Can you imagine how it would do here in LA? Cripacola and Blood Pop? Would that shit get you in trouble? Like, can I drink a Blood Pop and then there's no issue?
The consumer's concern was if somebody sees you walking down the street with Blood Pop, well, are they going to assume that's who you with?
Right.
That's the issue.
Because I would imagine Crips are going to buy the Crip Pop. For sure. I mean, the Crip Cola. For sure. They're going to buy it. Hands down. They're not going to ever touch the Blood Pop. And probably the vice versa. So does that mean us regular people, when we drink Blood Pop or Crip Cola, that
you're choosing your affiliation?
You're associating
you're choosing your affiliation.
Yeah, what if the Blood Pop just
Or
better?
your flavor.
What if the Blood Pop is better?
I'm sorry.
And what if I'm a Crip and I like the Blood Pop even better? What do I do?
You choose your flavor.
I don't know, man. Alright, well, we're going to figure that out. But I think that it's a great idea. I love the idea of Crip Cola and Blood Pop. I just don't like the names. I want to do better with the names. So shout out to Killer Mike, though, for getting that down. Shout out to my cousin Corey for fucking turning me on to that, though. Like, that was dope shit. Super Bowl! That shit was whack.
Yeah.
That shit was trash. I'm going to that, too. I'm coming back to that. Okay. Super Bowl was whack. I'm over it. Like, the thing is, since we're on the Wednesday show, we don't really get to talk. Like, by the time Wednesday come around, Sunday shit is over with. So I'm not going to spend much time on it.
Super Bowl party was lit though.
Super Bowl party was a good thing. It was a good thing. We had a good time. Really quick though, because I got to take a break in a second. J-Lo is doing a Motown tribute for Black History Month at the Grammy Awards.
Hey, let her live.
Crickets.
I'm gonna give it to you again. J-Lo is doing a Motown tribute at the Black History Month at the Grammy Awards. 2 things.
Why J-Lo?
Why J-Lo is the question. That's a good question. I have no fucking clue why J-Lo. I think J-Lo is a great artist. I think that J-Lo is very entertaining. She's She's everything but black. So
Puerto Rican is black.
no. It's a lot of black people that they looked over for that. But let's not even take it on a race thing. Let's just
It's not a race thing.
let's fuck the race part. All right. Let's just say we do embrace the Latino community. I think that is a wonderful thing, and especially Puerto Ricans. We do. So aside from race, does J-Lo have the skill set to perform a Motown tribute?
Absolutely not.
Fuck no.
No, absolutely.
It's not real.
So is it J-Lo choosing?
Turn up these other mics real quick for me.
Is it J-Lo choosing to do a Motown tribute, or is it Motown?
No.
After J-Lo,
Okay, so
like,
now let me give you this. I'm glad you asked that because, and his question was, did J-Lo want to do this, or did they ask her to do this, or was it Motown, or it was the Grammys that asked J-Lo to do this. All right, and they paid her to do this. I do not think that Motown is in agreement with this, and I'll tell you why. Motown will be doing a celebration themselves 2 days after the Grammys, and they will have artists performing there. And they will have their own tribute as it relates to Motown. So, I'm sorry?
That's how they keep in control.
That's how they keep in control. So my thing is, why in the fuck is the Grammys doing anything then if Motown isn't approving this shit?
Grammys do that on a regular basis.
Okay, well...
Remember they fucked up when Michael Jackson, they did the thing for Michael Jackson when he died, and then the BET Awards did the thing for Michael Jackson.
Well, that's two different things because BET is in Michael Jackson's estate. Motown is doing their own thing 2 days after the Grammys. That pretty much says, fuck you Grammys and what you're doing for us.
I just feel like her as an artist,
Her as
she
an artist.
should have known that she is not
But she's
ready for that.
That's true. She should have known as an artist that she's not ready for. But she's getting the bag. Do we tell her not to get the bag?
Hey, man.
I don't hate on nobody's hustle. But listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, man, we got a nice little show lined up for you, man. We got my man Malcolm Harvest in the building, man. We're going to sit down and chop it up with him. We got LaDiamond in the building. We got my man Young Bruh in the building. We got a nice little show lined up for y'all. Black History Month is going down, man. Shout out to our producer and our vice president, T. Tane, that girl. She put this whole month together. If you follow us on Instagram, all those posts for Black Excellence, Black History, she planned that shit out 2 months ago. I love her for that shit. We running with it. And she holding the Hub Radio down for that, man. But we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more live from the Hub. And you do know. HubCityDre, man. The Hub Radio. We are on our way to Centennial High School, man, to teach, got 400 men coming together to teach all the boys in the high school how to tie a tie properly. Just constantly giving back to the city, man. Just trying to get the kids, the boys ready for real world.
The Hub Radio.
I put out the call. Thank you guys for answering the call. All righty. What we have here simply is we're going to teach the young men how to tie ties. Okay. We're going to jump in. 30% of the young men may be from foster care. Okay. So if we have 400, we're going to have about 120 of them from foster care that have never had a man in their life. Okay, some young men may not have even had a father in their life, so this may be the very first time they have interaction with a man.
HubCityDre, man, from the Hub Radio. We are out here at Centennial High School, man. We are about to teach these young men how to tie ties. We got a whole bunch of men coming out here to support. The sheriff department is there, holding it down, man. Students, staff, everybody here for the school. They'll have a good time, man. They're holding it down for the men in the city.
Yes.
How did you know that there was a need for these guys to know how to tie ties?
Because, you know what, we knew a lot of young men who never knew how to tie ties, and then we're in the hip-hop generation now, so everybody kind of wear tennis shoes and t-shirts, and so I was like, this is a good way for us to interact. Like, we can teach how to tie a tie, so when you have your wedding, or you're going to somewhere nice, you'll know how to knot up.
The Hub Radio.
Yo, this your boy Malcolm, and I'm here at the Hub with my boy HubCityDre. Tune in.
Yeah. Hey baby, I'm a shooter. I just wanna be the one showing up with all my guns, yeah. They gon' let me go, people. Don't they know your heart is mine? I'ma lay it on the line. Start a love revolution. We can start a love.
All right, man, we are back live from the HubCityDre. We are in this thing, man. I got my first guest of the night.
What's
man.
happening?
We in this thing, man.
You
Malcolm
already
Harvest.
know.
What's going on, my brother? I'm loving the style, man. Don't pull that mic up to you.
Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'm loving this whole layout, bro. You looking play about yourself,
Hey, it's
man.
rock and roll all day, baby. You already know how it goes.
Hey, man, real quick, Corey. I don't know if you noticed this, right? Do you notice, man? No. I haven't seen him, right? So on Sunday, when we went to the Super Bowl party, he was on the van. He was sitting right in front of me. We went to a Super Bowl party in Beverly Hills. We had to like get out and get in the van and shit. We was driving, and then like we were driving up there. There's a whole bunch of girls in the car, and he's like chilling though. He's like just being a player about himself. You know what I'm saying? Not disrespectful. Nothing. He was just a player about himself, man. It was cool about everything we talking and whatever. But after I posted him because I didn't book anything. Like I said, T did the whole month.
Right.
So after I saw the post, I'm like, damn. This dude look kind of familiar. Like we was literally hanging out with this dude Sunday.
Right.
So, Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, man.
How you feel about the Super Bowl?
Well, I actually didn't watch it, so like I said, I came to the party. I really actually just came to eat. So I'm gonna be honest.
Quick.
My little sis, Melissa, she's like the studio chef. Shout out to studio chefs.
Okay.
So she was doing the catering, and I got there, and all the food was gone. So I was like, man, I'm about to bounce, cause I really didn't come to watch the game, cause I ain't watched football in like 2 years.
Why? So are you protesting?
I'm protesting, bro, and it's a personal thing because it's just me trying to be disciplined.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I do stand for something. You know what I'm saying? And I have integrity. So at the end of the day, you know.
So can I ask you, like, okay, so obviously you're protesting because of the Kaepernick.
Right.
So at what point do you not protest anymore?
Well, I don't even think it's. I would watch a football game. I'm a Steeler fan. I'm not going. You know, I've been a Steeler fan since '91, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's a long time.
But I think
that might be your whole life.
I think like it's important for you to protest for things that you believe in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like for me, when I feel like, for me it was more so of let me be an example to those around me, right? Because I see myself as a leader. So if I can be disciplined and not watch football for 2 years, and even if somebody else doesn't do it, they can see that it's been an example set. Like it's possible, and I can still be myself and not watch football. Like I played football in college. You know what I mean? I went to Humboldt State, played football.
So you like a real football.
So like I love football. You know what I'm saying? But it's bigger than that, and it's even bigger than just Kaepernick taking a knee. It's more so me doing it for myself to show other brothers that we should have solidarity for certain issues. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be the fact that he took a knee. It could be the fact that we want to stop gang violence in our neighborhood, or we want to stop, you know, people flocking or people breaking into cars. Like, hey, if this happened in our neighborhood, then we gotta all be like, yo, this ain't gonna fly, and whoever is not with that, they gotta bounce.
Right, I can dig that. Now, considering where we are with football now, do you feel like your protest is relevant or irrelevant?
No, I feel like it's relevant because I actually saw a lot of people that are my good friends on social media who also didn't watch the Super Bowl. So there's people that are conscious about it. And it's not even so much that we want people to stop watching the NFL. We want to be acknowledged. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, because attention is gained, right? Like, in order to get attention, you have to gain it. You have to do things in order to garner attention. So that's more so what we're trying to do as a community is say, hey, at the end of the day, the NFL is providing for a lot of people's families. Right. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of people's families who are working at these stadiums. There's a lot of people's families who are being provided for by the players who play. But it's not that we're trying to take away from the NFL and what they're trying to bring, which is entertainment. But hey, it's a stage and it's a platform that our people from our community are helping drive the income and the revenue there. So hey, listen, this is affecting our people. This is affecting our brothers, sisters, you know what I mean, nieces and nephews. So you guys need to hear like, hey, we need help to make sure that there's light brought to these situations. And that's what it's all about. It's not so much about, hey, I don't want to watch the NFL. Like, hey, It's the point that needs to be made.
What school did you go to? What college?
I went to Humboldt State and I went to Divincus.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, I'm gonna switch lanes on you real quick, man. I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, man.
The song that we just played that you remade.
Right.
I know that's Michael Jackson and Slash.
Nah, that's a Beatles.
That's a Beatles song?
Yeah.
Shit, why do I feel like
Michael redid it.
Michael
redid it.
Michael
Yes, he
redid
did
it.
redo
That's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that song.
Thank you, brother.
And so when I told T to play us the rock song,
Right.
I'm like, yo, play that shit, let's hear it. And so she played it and the instrumental came on. I said, this shit better be good. I said, this shit right here better be good.
Yeah,
and
man.
you delivered, bro.
Thank you,
did.
brother. Appreciate it.
You did a very, very, very good remake of that, man. What brought you into rock? Where the hell you from?
Man, I'm from Compton.
All right.
I grew up in Lantana.
Alright.
For those who know where Lantana
That
is.
part? The nigga really from Compton. Nigga, I grew up in the whoop-de-whoop.
You know, but my pops was a funk musician.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He played the keys, and he always was listening to like Led Zeppelin around the house, and like, you know, Slave and Parliament and Rick James, and like that's how I learned how to do music.
Right.
Was listening to my pops. You know what I mean? And my uncle who passed away, God bless his soul, last year, who's like probably my biggest direct musical influence.
Our condolences.
And yeah, man, like I felt like I had a lot of things that I always wanted to say, and I felt like R&B and hip hop kind of had a confined space with which I could deliver the message that I wanted to deliver.
Gotcha. Why do you feel like that though?
It's from commercialism,
Okay.
right, and then conditioning, right. So like, even like just really up until this year, like I was in a rock band for 4 years with my brothers, and you know, 2 of those cats was from Compton too, but you know, a lot of us didn't get it. Like we would go perform places and they didn't understand what we were trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But now we're at a space and intersection of music where people are accepting of just art.
Right.
And just whatever it is creatively you want to.
Because I'll be honest, when we were younger, we didn't really listen to rock. We was
Right.
like, you know, it was like, what's that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
like almost taboo. Like, we didn't really mess with it so much.
Right.
But like now, I'll be honest, me personally, I'm way more open to
Exactly.
art. Like you said, just
Exactly.
it doesn't even matter. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? As long as it's good, I rock with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, because you know, rock and roll for me is it's a blank canvas.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have any limits to it.
Right.
So whatever I want to create musically, I can create the expression, I can create the mood, and I can deliver that message in a way that people can just fully understand without, okay, trying to fit it in a beat or trying to fit it around a particular genre of music.
Do you remember your first rock song that you wrote
Yeah.
and performed?
Mm-hmm.
Would you still
It's
do it
called,
today?
yeah, it's called Work It Out. I can play it for y'all tonight.
My man, that's a lot of people don't want to do. Will not play their first shit. Like, nah, not me,
Yeah,
my
man.
guy. You're married, man.
Yeah, bro.
Married man, man.
Yeah, man.
How's married life?
Married life is cool, man.
Yeah.
It's different.
Okay.
It's definitely.
How long have
some
you been
adjustment.
married?
I've been married for a year and a month on the actually in 2 months on the 12th of February.
Okay, all right. Congratulations,
Yeah,
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Any children yet?
No children.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, now, do you write any songs in particular for your queen?
I have written songs for my wife.
Okay.
100%. Like I'm an emotional writer, as they would say. Like I take everything from my life and I put it into a song, whether it be for myself or someone else. But for me, that's my personal thing. Like if I'm upset, I gotta go to the studio. Like I have to. Like I.
So if somebody piss you off, we can
I'm
expect
gonna
this
studio.
track.
Yeah. Why not? I'm just gonna take. Like I don't really get upset, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like the only person that could really make me upset is my wife. Like just to be 100% honest. But when it comes to like anything else, like I don't really try to be in a negative space. It's hard for me to get upset.
Gotcha. Now, as an artist, what do you enjoy doing the most? Is it the writing, the recording, the performing, or the listening back to your own music?
Performing is the best thing on the planet.
Best thing on the planet.
It's not even a question.
Damn, he ain't waste no time answering that.
Because I mean that's my focus as an artist is to build my legacy on stage. Like people come to see me perform now because I give a great show.
Okay.
Like I don't even have like a project out, but I get people to come out just because somebody else said, "Yo, I seen Malcolm on stage and he was killing it." like the energy was live. You know what I mean? Like, because I gotta establish that so that I can get people to start talking about something before the music even comes out.
Right.
Because if I'm not good on stage, then I'm not gonna have any longevity in my career anyway.
True story.
Because a lot of artists that are out now, you know, we kind of got the whole SoundCloud generation where everybody got a laptop. We sit up in the crib, get faded, and somebody make a song. But being an artist, it takes a lot of development. It takes a lot of development of self. You know what I'm saying? So you can really understand the message that you want to get out. You know what I mean? And a lot of artists don't go through that. They're like, oh, I made a hot record, but then it's time to get in front of 10,000 people and perform, and you just standing up here.
True story.
With the DJ.
Yeah.
I play with a band all the time.
So you know how to work the stage.
Yeah.
You know that.
But I put in the work too. You know what I mean? It didn't happen overnight.
So now what artists may have inspired you performance-wise? What artists do you look at and be like, yo, that's a hell of a performer. I kind of want to like mimic off of that.
Definitely my top 3 performers: Michael Jackson, James Brown, Jim Morrison.
Shit. You swinging haymakers in this motherfucker.
Jackie Wilson, Prince. Kendrick is a beast.
Yeah.
Kendrick holds his own on stage. Like, it's about energy and presence and intention. Like, you got to know what it is that you're delivering. Like, my intention every time I get on stage is to make sure that you feel the same passion that I have on stage in the crowd.
Right. Damn. So you got to like transition. You got to like transfer that energy.
Exactly.
Like, and as an artist, what is that like? What is that process like? What is that thought process like? Just I gotta give y'all my energy.
Man, it's
that LA crowd, cause these motherfuckers dead.
You just gotta know who you are, man. Like, I've always felt like I'm a person. I step in the room and the atmosphere is gonna change no matter what. It don't matter if anybody knows me or not. They're gonna be like, who is that guy?
Right.
And I have to feel that way about myself all the time.
Yeah. I said that way off the bus. And what to do? So okay, now we got an event coming up. We got
yeah, man.
We got the Peppermint Club.
Yeah, we at the Peppermint Club
when?
On Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. It's also my birthday party, so it's gonna be live.
Hey, so man! Happy birthday to you, my brother.
We got some cool people coming out.
This is a cool ass R&B picture. Now you don't get R&B pictures like this, like that often. Like niggas, back in the day, niggas used to take pictures on rugs and shit, in front of tigers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this one of them type of pictures. It's like a real R&B picture, bro.
Yeah, man. It was actually a little bit cooler, but they cropped it because like I don't got no shoes on, so that's what's like.
That nigga said I'm cool, but I look cooler.
It was cooler before. Nah, it's dope though. Like I love the Peppermint Club. It's one of the best venues in Hollywood. They got the best sound system I've heard in a long time.
So this is an unplugged pre-Grammy soiree.
Soiree.
I can never say that word.
It's the bougie word for party.
So okay, now what can we expect there?
It's gonna be great music.
Okay.
Number one, it's gonna be great music. A lot of great artists: Sebastian Cole, Sandy Red, Bobby Storm. I think Davion Ferris is gonna be on the bill with us that night too. It's gonna be lit. It's a dope show. It's a lot of amazing artists from the city. A lot of great musicians from the city. Unplugged's a really great brand. They've been bringing a lot of quality music to the city for a minute. 4 years actually. So.
Man. Now, you've been an artist for what? It's been like,
man, for at least 10 years, brother. I've been doing this since.
What was the transition like? So when did you decide right now, like, oh, okay, I've been listening to music for this long, or I've been writing, or I don't know, mimicking shit for so long. Well, at what point was it like, oh, I want to be an artist, and then there was a transition?
I knew I wanted to be an artist when I was like 5. There's like pictures, there's like video of me dancing in like a Dick Tracy rain jacket at like the school play and stuff. Like I'm supposed to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm here to entertain people, and I've accepted that. But it's more than just like music. You know what I mean? Like I have a whole message that I have to get out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of messages, man, the Hub Radio's pushing this whole voting initiative right now.
Right.
You're from Compton.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, statistically speaking, there's 100,000 people in Compton.
Mm-hmm.
There's 45,000 registered voters.
Right.
There's only 3,000 active voters.
Right.
And the average age is 24 years old.
Right.
Statistically speaking, it's us that's not doing shit.
Right.
Are you a voter?
I am a voter.
Why?
Because you do have to understand that on a federal level, there's not much that we can do. But the focus has to be on a community level. And so a lot of people don't even know who the mayor of Compton is.
Right.
Or how long they've been the mayor of Compton or when's the election. You know what I mean? Shout out to Asia Brown, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, it's important to get involved because the only way that we're going to change anything is from a community neighborhood level.
Right.
So you got to start even just with the homeowners association. A lot of us are in that age bracket where we starting to look at purchasing our first homes. You know what I mean? And purchasing our first businesses. So look at who you servicing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can fix a lot of the problems in our community if we start hiring people that we grew up with. And we should do a lot more construction projects in our community because that'll right away generate a lot of jobs. Because there's a lot of young brothers who are educated enough to go and get foreman's licenses and start their own contracting companies and hire brothers who, you know, who make mistakes. At the end of the day, people make mistakes. You know, it's funny because I was talking to my wife about this today, and she, you know, we were talking about how, like, a lot of people who end up in jail literally is a split second when they just snapped and they made a mistake.
Made a mistake,
and that whole life is different.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's hard, you know, especially being a black man. You know, we already got a whole lot of stress. Just being black in general, you know what I mean? Because women go through it. Women,
not just black men.
Black women experience a lot. Yeah. But as a black man who wants to do better and wants to be a well-to-do man, like, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. There's a lot of heavy lifting that comes with that. Right. And so there has to be opportunity. And the only way that opportunity comes is by people like yourself creating it. Like, you created an opportunity for people to come and have a platform, and people are now, you know, you got T and other different people that are working on this thing, sharpening their skill set, right? Yeah. So we have to give people an opportunity to find out, hey, this is what I can do for you right now. Hopefully this will lead you to another place. But this is something that can be established. Because there's no reason why no man should not have a job or should not be working for himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
For himself.
For himself. I hear you on that. I hear what you're saying.
For himself. That's my thing.
That's a big thing that we're pushing right now. Because I'm like, yo, there's a lot of millennials here. And a lot of those guys are business owners or start, you know, they're in business. So, yeah, we got to, you know, make some difference.
But vote, man. Like, you know, it is important to vote because, you know, everyone has a voice. And I like the slogan that you guys got is a voting voice is allowed.
It's the loudest voice.
And so that's how you make change. Change happens in numbers. So if you stand if you register to vote but you don't vote, you didn't do nothing.
You didn't do nothing at all.
You didn't do nothing. You just wasted your own time.
100. What can we expect, man, from Mr. Harvest?
Well, man, the shows is gonna get bigger. We sold out the last show. This show's gonna sell out too.
That way.
That way. I got a few dates coming up at Sayers.
Okay.
In March.
Right.
And then, you know, I'm just trying to get out here, do some opening acts for a couple people this year. That's my goal, is to get on tour this year, which that's gonna happen. I'm gonna drop a couple visuals this year and a project. So the project's pretty much done.
Is that the Love Revolution?
No, the project's actually called Heart on Fire.
Heart on Fire.
Yeah.
But the Love Revolution, I love that song. That's what we're playing next, right?
Yeah, Love Revolution record I just dropped because I wanted people to just have something to hear, man. Like, and plus because I feel like we're in a time where, like, it's time for brothers to kind of get a little bit more vulnerable in the songwriting, and everything don't have to be like about drugs and alcohol and sex and money, you know, like, hey, let a woman know how you feel. So
real quick, what do you and your queen have planned for Valentine's Day?
It's a surprise.
Okay. Hey, man.
Hey, yeah. I gotta keep the element of surprise.
That way, man. We got more. Hey, we got Malcolm Harvest in the building, man. And the new project is coming when?
It's coming out in April.
In April, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow this man immediately on all social media platforms, man. No, thank you for coming, bro.
Appreciate it.
And man, we got more work to do.
Almost definitely.
Way more work to do. But Malcolm Harvest, man, y'all follow him immediately. Spelled exactly how it sounds. There's no extra nothing at Malcolm Harvest.
There you go.
Is there a website?
Yep, MalcolmHarvest.com.
Easy as hell.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Come to the show on Saturday.
It's going down,
I promise
man.
you won't forget it.
Hell of a performance, man, coming up, man.
Yes, sir.
We gonna be right back with more Live from the Hub, man. We got LaDiamond coming up next, Live from the Hub. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Hub.
so they fast, they get high like a roller sound. You never try to kick round, fuck out of here, long click out. Pull a bully like a big time, and I go around your big fight. To the close by a leg, grind up, 4, 5, and 6 grinding. Hey, move, just get to it, just damn move. Yeah, what? Take me, college playing slow. Stung by no bitch, cause these hoes gon' pick and choose. Filling the pack, spinning the stack, on some shoes.
The Hub.
It's your girl LaDiamond Blue coming to you live from the Hub with HubCityDre.
Why you blew my phone up when I said delete my number? I got a nigga, why you waiting? I swear you are the one you taking. And they be walking on the low, creeping on the low, plotting on the low.
Alright, man, we are back. We are live from the Hub, man. My name is HubCityDre. This is the Hub Radio, and we have our next guest in the building. This is not a guest, this is family. She's been around several times. She's performed for us several times. We got LaDiamond Blue in the building. What is going on? Texas Southern.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I'm so jealous of your locks. This shit looks so right now. Man, they look tight. I'm like,
take a long time to moisturize.
I've been growing my shit for 17 years.
But
Look,
it's doing good.
and it ain't went nowhere.
It's going good.
Well, you know, thank you for the motivation.
You're welcome.
No, thank you for the motivation. That's what you say when you got your own shit.
I know,
swinging
right?
around
I've been
here.
there, so you know I understand.
Yeah.
I've been at that.
It's been rough, but you know we're making it. We're making it. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Happy home day.
Oh yeah, someday, huh? Dang, I would have on the yard. I would have been outside working or
Twerking.
dance on my team.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Raw. Yeah.
Good to have you in here though.
I know it feels good.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of good stuff going on right now, man. I realized you did 3 quick videos.
It was quick.
I mean, yeah.
When you in the process, it felt like forever.
Yeah.
But when I go to YouTube and I realize, dang, that was all like in the same year I'm popping. But they felt long when I was doing it.
Right. So, okay, now we was talking about this off air. Like, being on camera just feels awkward.
Yeah, when you doing it for yourself, like.
Okay.
I don't like.
So shooting a video is not as like, it's not like doing selfies or self videos or anything.
No, it's not, but it still is kind of weird at the same time. It's nice to write it up and come up with the concept, but when it's you that you know, I gotta play the character, it's like, oh dang, it was me. I gotta play it. I forget sometimes. So
get caught up in the writing.
Yeah,
like, wait a minute, I gotta
weird.
do what?
Yeah.
That's your writing, baby.
Right. I be forgetting.
You wrote that. So, and then also you have a short film.
Oh yeah.
Don't be all yeah and me. What's that short film about?
It's about my project coming up.
Okay, alright.
My project's coming up.
And the name of the project?
Blue. It's
Blue.
an acronym.
Okay, what's that?
For Because Love Uses Everyone.
Oh shit, man.
But Blue is, of course, a part of my last name, so.
And Blueford, what's your name?
My last name is Blueford.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Okay, alright. I was wondering if you was crippin' or, you know, if it was...
No.
Just say no, not yet? No, they didn't put me on yet. Like,
no.
I'm on standby. They gonna beat my ass though next time.
For real.
But okay, so that's where the blue comes from. I was wondering myself, where's the blue come from?
Yep.
Alright, now this short film you got coming up, it's about the project?
Well, yeah, it's a medley of all the songs, well, a majority of the songs that's going to be on the project. And it's gonna give you a feel of what the project is like about. Okay. And you know the energy of it, the vibe of it, where it came from, like where I was, the place or the space I was in my head when I was writing all of these songs. So it's just a vibe.
Let me ask you about the creative process. What is the creative process like?
It could be tedious. But it's fun at the same time. Like, I'm more creative when I'm in my session. Like, when I'm in the studio. Okay. Like it's kind of like a crunch time mode. And, play the beat. Oh, this is what I feel. And then I'm writing. It's like, oh, do you like this? Or hear this? And then I lay it down. And then I go in and do harmonies and then oohs and ahs. And it's like becoming something. And it feels good. And then as you create more layers to the song, you hear more stuff. And my engineer be like, calm down. Like, it's fine the way it is. I'm like, no, I'm a singer. I'm not a rapper. I got to have my layers. You playing.
How many layers you do? Like roughly, like
my session be looking colorful. Like my tracks be like stacking. He be like, I need some more plugins. I ain't got enough for you. I be like, well, get some up, buy some more. Cause
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. This is a masterpiece. Come on now.
Man, listen. I wish, and I told this to plenty of people. I wish on my life, I swear, I wish I could sing.
Really?
I wish I could sing
girls like
so
that
bad.
stuff.
No, I do. I would be the biggest hoe in the world. Let me tell you how I would be throwing my penis a party regularly. Like I'll be giving out invitations like Oprah. You get an invite. You get an invite. You swear to God.
But it's different when you become. It's different. I'm telling you, it's easy to say it now.
I don't know. Man. Tell me then. Shit, show me.
Don't end up like
Show me.
Don't end up like R. Kelly. Just don't end up like.
Whoa.
Or easy.
Whoa.
Oh, I can't talk about him in here.
No.
Oh, okay, let me calm down.
No R. Kelly's in here. Not him.
Not for now, y'all.
Hold on to that shit. We ain't fucking with that nigga.
Sensitive topic.
But no seriousness. I would have loved to have been able to sing, but it didn't work out for me. But you got that talent.
Yes.
You was blessed with it. When did you realize, yo, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I like this.
Probably when I was in college. It was some stages I had to go through. The confidence stage, like when you know how to people know how to sing at early age, but if the confidence ain't there, it ain't something that you.
I didn't get it though. I didn't know how to sing at early age. Go ahead.
Oh well, I mean anything like this, radio personnel.
I hate my voice. Go ahead though. But
it takes confidence, right? To come up here and still do
courage.
it. Courage too. Courage. Oh my God, I forgot that word.
Yes.
That's the biggest.
I put my chest out when I put out this raggedy ass voice of mine.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better.
But yeah, courage. I guess, I started doing courage in college, so that's when the confidence came in, and that's when I settled down and put my foot down, like, okay. Because I know how to do a lot of stuff. And it's hard when you talented across the ball. No
that's how you know. That's what it was.
But when you can count on your fingers like what you can do, it's hard to pick. Okay, I'm gonna focus on that one.
Yeah.
Cause I like to do other stuff.
What else? Okay, so tell me, what else? What other talents?
I like to dance. I like to act.
Okay.
I like to put clothes together and model. I'm an editor. I edit all my music videos.
Really? You
I edited that one. Yeah, that was tedious though.
No, yeah, editing videos is pretty tedious.
Yeah.
Editing, period. Whether it be videos or
pictures, audio.
Yeah. Any of that.
Because when you edit a video, you gotta edit the audio, the color, and the foot. Like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
And you gotta export.
It's layers to this shit.
It's layers to that stuff. So it's like, dang. It gets kind of tough.
So I've noticed, I've been on your IG. I noticed that you got a lot of butterflies.
Yeah.
What is it with the butterflies?
Butterflies, it's a constant reminder for me.
Okay.
It's my little, I guess, logo, motto, mojo, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
To remind myself to fly. Like, to let loose, because I get very tight.
Okay.
Especially in a studio or when it comes to what I post. Like, I don't have a lot of singing videos on my page. This year, I'm starting, like, a lot more. Because I'm like, I'm posting myself to fly, but I'm not really flying. So this year, I'm going to really live by my motto. So I have to be more confident and post more singing videos because that's one thing I don't do. Because I haven't gained enough courage. But I've gotten to a point where I'm forcing myself. And if it don't sound all the way right, I still got to post it, sadly. It starts there,
Right.
And then I've also come to a conclusion that your fans like it when they see growth. Like, if I don't like a song all the way, it's okay to still release it because the next one gonna be bomb. And they're gonna be like, dang, LaDiamond, you coming a long way. Like, they don't want to just see you perfect. Okay, you ain't growing. So
do you feel like social media's done that though? Like, and it's not it's a bad thing. I think that is I think it's a wonderful thing. Me personally, I personally think that it started with Mike Jones.
Really?
Yeah, because Mike Jones reached out to his audience. It was like, yo, I'm Mike Jones, call me. Whoa, and he gave his number out and all that. And it was like interactive, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like social media has kind of like bandwagon that whole energy, that whole vibe.
Oh yeah, it's a pro and a con to it.
Okay.
It's the easier way to connect to your fans on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just did acting job on Earl Sweatshirt's latest short film video. I don't know if y'all know him, but he has like millions of fans, and everybody found me in the description and went straight to my Instagram like, "Oh, you Earl pressure, and it's like, it's dope that they can just find me and message me, and then I can respond like, thank you for admiring that, and they're like, oh, you responded. Social media is amazing. You can reach people within seconds. That's all the other side of the world.
It's the gift and the curse. Because I guess you can reach all those people, but they also can reach you.
Yeah, that too. But it's, you know, it's something I gotta work on because I really don't really like social media. But I'm an artist, so I gotta, you know, get with it. Like I'm active on Twitter now. I didn't really mess with Twitter. I don't like Twitter, but you know, I gotta work with Twitter. So
as an artist, what would you say is the most difficult thing about just being in the industry as an independent artist?
The most difficult thing is working with other artists, I guess. I've been, you know.
You don't like the niggas?
Nah. I mean, I've worked, okay, the latest artist I've worked with was KB Devon. Now, he's a beautiful soul. But you don't find those all the time. So when you find one, it's like, I wish he was on all my songs now. But he can't be on all of them. I wish I had, like, a lot of KB Devon, but I don't. Like, you know, so it's just hard finding an artist that is humble enough to be like, yeah, let's create together. And then also humble enough to, you know, for you to hear their ideas and for them to hear your ideas and for y'all to create something. Like, people, they just too tight.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm humble enough to let you go ahead and create everything. And I'll just be on the album.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say, hey! And then...
But we can't do that.
No, I mean...
You gotta be a feature or something.
Hey!
Work on your voice first.
Okay, alright, I'm working on that.
Okay. But yeah, that's the hardest thing I've come to realize. Because I've, you know, hit up a few. Yeah. And it's always hard to get to that point of us getting in that same room. That's all I know.
Creating love songs or performing love songs.
Mm-hmm.
You write from the heart.
Yes.
You perform from the heart. Sometimes. So when you're performing a love song that you wrote for a particular situation, do you reflect mid-performance? Ooh,
yes
shit.
and no. Do I reflect? I guess yes.
Like, fuck that nigga! I'm sorry. No,
I mean,
you
no.
might say it very
I don't really
nice.
have no songs like F that dude. But I do tell the story.
Okay.
But performing is very difficult because you have a lot of distractions. You know, you're trying to get, like, you know, like he said, you're trying to get people to feel it's the exact same feeling that you felt when you wrote the song. And if the room is at a different space, your goal first is to get them to your space. You know, so it's a whole bunch of stages to performing. You got to get them to your space. Then you're comfortable enough to stay in your space knowing that they're in the same space you're in and tell your story. Like, you know. So, yeah, I guess I reflect. But after I get the audience to get in the same space that I'm in.
Okay, so now that we're talking about that. Now that we're talking about that, as an indie artist, performing at a hip-hop show.
Ha!
When there's all these rappers that's performing right before you. All these niggas perform before you. Now you have to switch up the audience.
Die down in Hennessy and Patron, gotta die that down.
Okay, Patron and Hennessy. Okay, go ahead.
All of that. I gotta die that down. What's your question?
So how do you get the audience to adapt or to transition into the Diamonds world?
Well, sometimes I got some tricks. Sometimes I like talk low so that they can get quiet. You know, y'all be quiet so we can hear. So they quiet themselves down, or I just open up with
strategy.
I just be like, okay, y'all, and they be like, shh. So I'm okay, y'all better shush.
Because they want to hear.
Right, they want to hear, like, because you know, like, what's she about to do? And then I'll just open up with an acapella. Like, you know, a little icebreaker. If they know the song, they can chime in, and then I got their attention. But it is hard when you the only singer, and you go all these rap, you know.
I think I did that to you.
You did that to me. And that's when I knew, like, oh, I gotta step my game up.
Yeah,
I gotta come with a whole band to go through the audience and be like, be quiet.
But let me tell you though, because I was thinking about that before we brought you up. I'm like,
you thought about that, but you didn't do it. You didn't do it.
Well, I couldn't.
You didn't look out for me. You didn't look out for me.
Oh.
He didn't look out for me.
Oh shit! I tried.
No,
I was like, yo, we need. No, I couldn't do anything.
No, you couldn't. But it's okay.
But
I figured I'm gonna be Watch some of my singers. You just gonna be it ain't gonna be a lot of singers out here for y'all. Like y'all gonna
It's not though.
Y'all gonna be at these shows with all of these rappers and you gotta hold it down.
It's really not. And I'll be honest with you. I'd much rather hear from a singer.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm
I
telling
would.
you. You ain't got it.
Unless the rapper is really good, I'm like, I'd rather hear.
You just gotta listen. That's all you gotta do. It don't take much. You ain't gotta go like this and get crunk. You just gotta sit down, sit and listen. That's all you gotta do.
Sit and listen. This sounds like okay.
It's very easy.
So now I know that you're a huge R&B fan.
Oh yeah.
Huge R&B fan. J-Lo is performing at the Grammys to do an opening act or a tribute for Motown at the Grammys. Your opinion on that?
No, this is no shade on J-Lo. I love that woman.
All the shade. Go ahead.
She gave us enough, you know. But it's just not. It's not a good choice musically. Musically, it's just not. It's not right.
Okay,
it's
so
like getting.
Who would you rather? Because you don't have to go in on that. But who would you rather?
You know what? I didn't hear from a current artist who's inspired by Motown sound. I love me some Jasmine Sullivan. I can hear Jasmine Sullivan kill a Motown tribute. Nice. I really can, because she's underrated.
Yeah.
And her killing, they always get Jennifer Hudson, the loud voices, or just the cool, jazzy feel, artists with like some Tyrese, or like some young artists that can go there.
Right.
But
Tyrese old.
he is old, huh?
Tyrese
but I mean, not from like, Motown like back in the day.
No, you're right.
Old.
Tyrese has a hell of a strong voice.
Yeah,
I love Tyrese's voice.
I can see him,
I can see it.
Alicia Keys. I can see them all going there, giving tribute to the Motown industry. But J-Lo's just not. I don't think her sound is inspired, solely by Motown artists, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. Voting.
Yes.
Switching lanes. Voting. The Hub Radio Specialist Voting Initiative. We want people to get registered to vote right now. Does LaDiamond vote?
Yes.
Do you really? Or you just
I do, but I just did the midterm.
Okay.
That was my first midterm, though. I had to get there.
Well,
it took some stages for me.
I understand.
I'm also not that old, so I just got there actually.
Okay. So what made you want to indulge in voting?
It's a new day, and I'm not happy, with our government. So it kind of pushed me to a place like, oh, I gotta get more active, cause we got Trump in the office. Like, we gotta get serious. This ain't a good look. And I'm one of those people that you can't complain. You can't complain if you ain't doing nothing about it. And I would complain. So I'm like, okay, girl, you gotta shut up if you ain't gonna vote. Right. So it kind of got to that point, like, okay, let me go vote.
Get out here and
let me go vote since I'm talking For real, that's how it's at.
No doubt. So now we have a project coming out.
Yes.
What's the name of the project again?
Blue, because love uses everyone. Because it uses everyone.
It does.
Let's be clear.
It does. It used me several times. I don't know if I got.
Oh, I'm sure.
If I got the benefit, but it used me.
I'm sure.
Love uses everything. Okay, so what inspired the title? I know the name is Blue and Bluebird. But what inspired the title?
Well, majority of my songs are different aspects of love.
Okay.
Whether love caused me to stay, love caused me to leave. Love caused my misery, love caused my pain, love caused my joy. So I knew that the title had to center around love. And the acronym literally just came, like I just said it. Like, because love you. It was that simple. Like, I don't have no long story for you. I'm sorry. But it just came like that.
I got it.
I was like, that's it. That's what it is.
That's right,
and I wrote it down, and the team was like, oh, that's it. So, yeah.
That's so respectful.
I'm just in tune like that.
Amen. So, okay, now when the project come out?
February 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. So, when you go on the weekend with your booski, you're going to be blasting Blue by LaDiamond Blue.
That way.
So all y'all tune in February 15th. It's going to be on all platforms.
We are excited about
We're not discriminating.
We are excited about the Blue album and what's coming with that. Man, I know you have three 3 videos already. Are you expecting to do any more for that project?
Oh yes.
Of course. We already had a short film, 3 videos.
Right. You're gonna expect a lot of content from LaDiamond Blue. LaDiamond Blue is a visual artist, guys. A visual artist. If I had all the money in the world, y'all would be seeing 20 videos on my YouTube right now. But it don't. An artist is it takes a lot of money for y'all who think that being an artist is cheap. It take a whole lot. You paying for studio time, you paying for outfits, you paying to look good, you paying for the videographer, you paying for the not paying for everything because it's me. You paying for for the distribution. It's expensive.
But the hustle is real though.
The hustle is so real. So y'all need to
that.
wake up.
Yeah.
I think these artists just out here, they need to wake. People need to wake up. They think this stuff is easy.
Stop playing with a diamond out here, my nigga.
I love y'all though.
Shout out to Boogie because I saw Boogie in your new
video.
video.
Yeah, shout out to the homie. He just dropped his tour dates and he just dropped his album. Everything for sale. What's popping?
Have you heard that album?
Oh yes.
HubCityDre, man, the Hub Radio. We are on our way to Centennial High School, man, to teach. Got 400 men coming together to teach all the boys in the high school how to tie a tie properly. Just constantly giving back to the city, man. Just trying to get the kids, boys ready for real world.
The Hub Radio.
I put out the call. Thank you guys for answering the call. All righty. What we have here simply is we're going to teach the young men how to tie ties. Okay. We're going to jump in. 30% of the young men may be from foster care. Okay. So if we have 400, we're going to have about 120 of them from foster care that have never had a man in their life. Okay. Some young men may not have even had a father in their life. So this may be the very first time they have interaction with a man.
HubCityDre, man, from the Hub Radio. We are out here at Centennial High School, man. We are about to teach these young men how to tie ties. We got a whole bunch of men coming out here to support. The sheriff department is there, holding it down, man. Students, staff, everybody here, man. They're gonna have a good time, man. They're holding it down for the men in the streets. How did you know that it was a need for these guys to know how to tie ties?
Because, you know what, we knew a lot of young men who never knew how to tie ties, and then we're in the hip-hop generation now, so everybody kind of wear tennis shoes and t-shirts, and so I was like, this is a good way for us to interact. Like, we can teach how to tie a tie, so when you have your wedding, or you're going to somewhere nice, you'll know how to knot up.
The Hub Radio.
Yeah. Salute. It's your brother, Young Bruh, coming to you live from the Hub with HubCityDre all day, the real Dre.
At the wild now. Got the block knocking, hot hopping, back bumper in the brown for. This for my red raggers and my blue flaggers who active. Keep it thorough though. Yeah, all we got to do is unite a few and we'll rule the world, bro. Yeah. It's the return of the diligent, mathematical, militant, gorilla sent, radical, revolution, I'm killing shit. Back from sabbatical and fully with the bull. Matador, pushing the line and stretching the filament. With that symbol, the system hate, bringing that black power forward. Griffin Blake, this is defiance of a cracker whip. This is that rise of the fist tip, disguised as...
We good to go? We are back. Live from the Hub, man, HubCityDre. We are live from the Hub, man, and we have our last guest of the building, but very not least at all, this is the man. I've been waiting on this dude to come through for months, man. We got Young Bruh in the building. What's going on, champion?
My brother, man. Pleasure, man. The honor's all mine.
Man,
fruit basket for being the last one on here or something?
Nah, hell, give him a fruit basket. Damn it, give him a fruit basket. You want a fruit basket?
Peel all the grapes.
And make sure it's like real fruit, not like
organic.
Organic. We need that organic fruit.
Actually, no wax on my joints. Man.
I'm loving the sweatsuit, bro. This is dope,
brother. We try to support our own.
Man, now
yourself is our motto.
Now, if didn't nobody know before, you're a Nation of Islam.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You feel me? I don't know if the video kind of said that.
I mean, it's more universal, but but nature, we all ones that submit our will to God. That's all that represents. Freedom, justice, and equality. It's stuff that we've been deprived.
Now,
So,
now this Fear the Black Fist song has went viral.
yeah.
People have reposted it. It's been on our sponsor page. It's been just constantly being repurposed and putting in people's face, and constantly, and it's still going. It's still going. Fear the Black Fist. That is off top. People would consider that to be aggressive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What about you? Do you consider it to be aggressive?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Without
That was intentional. You know,
okay.
You know, it's shock therapy.
Now,
you know what I mean?
Now, if you were to summarize the message in, let's say, 3 words.
Unite or die.
God damn, that was a nigga.
Hey, it's all right. We gonna get you there.
Yeah, I'm working progress,
hey,
man.
We all are.
Okay.
It's always a house.
I'm gotta be very clear, man. You
can't just go cold turkey for 400 plus years.
I just want to say, before we even go any further, the niggas that I use are niggas.
Hey, man.
Okay.
You my brother.
All right, my brother.
My brother. I know I come from the dirt just like you.
Damn right.
I charge that to the people who put that on. You know what I mean?
Fear the Black Fist, man. How has that affected your life?
I mean, that's pretty much what everybody's life, all our lives. You know what I mean? It's always it's symbolic for the fear of our unity. You know what I mean? Our unity is more strong or powerful than an atom bomb or hydrogen bomb, so if it's applied right. So, and that's what it represents. It ain't got nothing to do with, riding around with fists and hooroo and all that, with all that and terrorizing, other folks.
But the video is dope.
Yeah, I mean.
And the features are endless.
Oh, yeah.
We got Glasses Malone, we got Cam, we got, we can go down the list of all.
Shout out to all of them, yeah.
Like, how, and I just heard, you shot the video.
Yes, sir.
How in the hell? How in the hell?
Just little ingenuity. Again, do for self. Because this type of record and the stuff that I know, and my family, my brothers. For those who don't know, is Cam, the original Cam. You might know him as West Coast Cam. But I've been raised around that, brother, and all the who's in the game. I've been around.
Shout out to Cam, he was in here too. His
I
name
see,
up there.
I see that east side hieroglyphic over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna strike right on top of it.
On top of it. I was here too, bruh.
Yeah. So, but I come from that background. You know what I mean? So, and it's that rider, rebellious street mixed with militant, potency. So when you got that, you got no choice but to, it's like breathing air. It's natural as breathing air. So me knowing that and having the foresight of what must be done, it's like I said, it's like a defibrillator. When you're going in cardiac arrest, I got to hit you with that clear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's too much going on that, that's opposite of what needs to be done. You know what I mean?
So I got a song. I got a question here that I personally wrote this question, but I don't like the question because I kind of know the answer, but I feel like the audience needs to know the answer to this. What inspired the song?
Okay, well, it's 2 parts to that, really.
Okay.
Like I said, I produced my own record. I produced.
Go on back. Pat yourself, bro. On the back. Let's get it. We producing our own.
Yeah, you got to do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been raised around Battle Cat, DJ Pooh. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? So
you over here naming vets.
Oh, yeah, they know me. You know what I mean? They gave me that stamp. So having that background and experience, you know how to do for self. You know what I mean? So
now, real quick, because you said DJ Pooh. Let's everybody know DJ Pooh co-wrote Friday.
He got his hands in
several other different movies and records.
Yeah.
So let's not act like
all the biggest. Same thing with Battle Cat.
Same thing. Whoa, Battle Cat's a legend.
Yeah, they all are.
Battle Cat. You're right. They all are legends. You talk about legends here. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So,
I'm sorry.
So having that, experience and privilege to be under them, so I got, some little tips and tools on how to make your own track. So, I wanted to do a track kind of beat up the cliches that we get out here on the West. You know what I mean? For being too West Coast or whatever. You know what I mean? So I wanted to challenge that angle.
Okay, and before you even go into that, because people that are hip hop fans understand that there's a difference from East Coast to West Coast in terms of content and consciousness. I feel like, even me personally, I feel like the consciousness would reside more on the East Coast.
Yeah, traditionally
speaking.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's what you get the Chuck D's, the KRS-Ones, and the righteous teachers. You know what I mean? Wise, intelligent. The list goes on.
The list goes on.
Public Enemy. You know what I mean? So.
All the way to current.
Yes.
To your Nas's, to your J's.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's not as potent, you know what I mean, for obvious reasons. But it's still there. You know, it's residue, is inklings of that. Right. But I was saying more so from the sound standpoint, from the track, you know, like the battle cats. And the pool, you know what I mean, the hard kicks and the claps, you know, that you used to now, you know. So now everything's 808. I mean, it was 808 back then. A lot of people don't, you know, that's us too, you know. Roger Joe Cooley, you know.
Straight up.
That's what we've been doing.
I don't even think it's debate.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure we got the 808.
But we get that stigma, you know what I mean, on this side when you try to push that line. You know, so I'm like, all right, man, let me challenge this, you know what I mean, because I felt like it was a slap in the face. For my big homies, my OGs, you know, the battle cats and the pools that have been gave the culture so much good, you know, hits, bangers to this day. So I'm like, man, let me do this. So as I'm doing the track, that's the first thing that jumped out of me, you know, I mean, was that Black Fist. All right, doing the harmony, I'm like, yeah, this gotta happen. This gotta happen. Because at the time, there's so much going on, you know, we getting gunned down and, you know, laid out and getting away scot-free. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, man, we got to do something. So my thinking was like, all right, you know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So if I can make a picture for 3 minutes, you know what I mean, and make it to a point where I can get this message across, you know what I mean, where everybody can unite, find some common ground that we all can agree on. In this war zone, you know what I mean? You know where we at.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
So, you know what I mean?
To find a common ground is rough.
Exactly. Especially during the time I was doing it. So, going back to the original question, I had to shoot this video, you know, myself. Because ain't nobody else going to go in these trenches.
Man, on the real.
Jump out and don't have these relationships that's going to do this.
On the real.
So, I had to literally, they'll all tell you.
LA politics is something real.
Hey, man. So, and anything can go wrong. You know what I mean? The smallest little thing can trigger off
a chain of events.
Yeah, and it was hot. You know, every neighborhood I hit, it was a war going on, active. You know what I mean? So I got to hop out and explain what's going on. You know what I mean? By the grace of God, the brothers, you know, the soldiers, street organs, they all understood. They seen the sincerity, what needed to be done, and at the very least, you know, don't got to be a kumbaya. We all got to, you know, all I need is this. You know what I mean? That's it. And I do the rest. So if I can get everybody to do this, you know what I mean?
It's a universal sign.
Yeah, and these is known factors, you know what I mean, in turf. And, you know,
I seen some recognizable people. I'm like, yo, I know these dudes.
And we're not going to bring the name, but yeah,
we know these dudes.
You know what I mean? So if they can do this, what's your story? You know what I mean? Why you can't do that? So that's the whole thing. That's what it's all about.
That's real right there, though.
You know what I mean? Then I had to have Chuck D. Shout out to Chuck D because I had to get that stamp because what I'm doing is essentially a spinoff of what he did, Fear of a Black Planet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can't just, you know, hijack that.
Gotta talk to him.
Yeah, you gotta
talk to him. Gotta respect
so when you get
the
that stamp,
original.
so it's the same way in the streets. So you gotta get that love, get that blessing to reciprocate that. You know what I mean?
So now, how was the response from not just our people, black people, but how was the response from people that aren't black about this Fear of the Fist?
I mainly seen the most backlash is when Snoop reposted it. So when Snoop, then you see that.
Snoop didn't give a fuck about it.
No, because he understands. You know what I mean? Period. They not the authority on our healing. Period. You know what I mean? If you don't have no solutions, you never had no solutions. You know what I mean? The same people who took our name, our culture, our God, our religion, you know what I mean? Raped and pillaged our whole great-grandparents. Who are you to say, if you didn't teach me right, what makes you think you're going to treat me right? And why would I care about your position on my folks?
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then even if I took time to explain it to you, your whole issue is our unity. That's what you're scared of.
Right.
Period.
Right.
So I don't got time to, be worried about what you yada yada yada. It's not for you. You didn't see nobody over there terrorizing no white folks or whatever on that video. That's in my own community. That's my own people.
Right.
So why are you so threatened about that? You know what I mean? Look at that mural, Crenshaw wall. They didn't strike up on nothing but that black fist image. So what's so threatening about that? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. Now, I watched the video. I went through it, I combed through it. I saw a Starbucks coffee cup.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Tell me why we have the Starbucks coffee cup.
I was real tongue in cheek with that one.
A Fear of the Black Fist video.
Yes, sir. So the whole thing was this to generate dialogue, shock treatment. Like I said, I want that. If you so woke, then why are you patronizing that? You know what I mean? It's bigger.
That's what I said.
It's bigger than Starbucks.
It is.
That's we're dealing with a white supremacy mindset.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That went far beyond Starbucks. We doing 400 plus years of that. It's Starbucks, it's Walmart, every corporation you name, whether they say it openly or not. Clippers, you know what I mean? You just getting little pieces of stuff that been exposed. It's been going on.
Nothing
new. I mean? Nothing new. So is it really Starbucks? If you stop Starbucks, I'm not going to support what you should, right? But the point is, if you stop supporting Starbucks, are we still going, is our situation, is our trials, our oppression, is it going to end with Starbucks?
Hell no.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hell no.
So the only thing you can do is unite. That's it. If all of us pulled our dollars and our resources out today, they're shutting the fuck down. Period. That's any business.
So what are we saying about having Starbucks in there? Are we supporting Starbucks? Or
no, it's a tongue-in-cheek thing to provoke thought.
Okay.
The thought. You know what I mean? It's because we are victims of behavioral science. You know what I mean? So if you look at Instagram, or all these social sites and everything, you're getting fed visually and audio on the daily. You getting desensitized. You know what I mean? We getting laid down. You know what I mean? We sex crazy and all that. All that's cool, but to the point where I can come in or you can see one of us get laid down or raped or whatever, and it's normal. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
The reaction is not, ah!
It's like,
and then the
I'm
moment,
immune to it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a super bug. Exactly. That's like no different than a vaccine, but the vaccine is killing you. That's kind of putting it in context.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah. So that's another can of worms, but that's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? So this is what that is about. You know what I mean? Is to get ahead of that issue.
Right.
So
let me ask you about a few things. Now I want to, because you are representation of our culture. On that Monday. If you're representation of our culture, I want to know your point of view on a few things. Voting, for one.
It depends on what you're voting for.
Now, I'm talking about local
I'm for that.
Community voting.
I'm for that. But then, even then, it's a fine line.
Okay.
Talk to me about that fine line. What are you trying to, you got to look at history. Right?
Got to.
What our cry has always been jobs and justice. Facts.
Facts.
From from the time we was fighting to get the right to vote, right? Jobs and justice.
Times we got hired.
Right. Until now. It's the same cry.
Same thing.
How long has that been?
I would say at least 50.
Right?
At least.
So, what's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Exactly. So, the only thing we have not tried is unify.
Goddamn.
Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm for it, right? But again, you're dealing with a system that didn't treat you right. Why would they teach you right? You get what I mean? So, if your family, if I came in your house, kicked your door down, smacked your children up, you know what I mean, laid everybody down, took your food, and made you pay for the bill and all the damage.
You didn't make it that far,
but yeah, that's what we need, right there. That right there. That right there.
Yeah.
But look at it.
Smack my what?
Look at it. 400 years, right? And this is not no, make believe that these are actual facts.
Numbers. Yeah, behind this. I hear
Right. And it's still going on today in different. So them same people, me, let's keep the story. Fast forward my children and your children, generations. I taught them what I did to you. Now you coming to me asking for jobs and justice.
Fuck that. God damn, you painted that cold picture.
You know what I mean? So again, to say is what are you voting for? Who's behind it? Who's really pulling them strings? You got to really get into that. Locally, yes. But ultimately, it's going to come down to this, mark my words. The moment we unify, come to a common ground and do it ourselves, do for self, everything else will fall into place. You think about it. In history, everybody who did something for us, it wasn't no voting. You know what I mean? Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, all of that. What did they do?
They took that shit. They ran with it.
They unified.
They unified and pressed that line.
And everybody else, and then the enemy of that, righteousness and our rise and all that, and liberation, right? Whether black or white, it don't matter. It's that mindset. They either wrote ill in history or they outright murdered. Or got them out the way. Facts.
All right, I'm going to switch lanes on you real quick. R. Kelly. Your point of view.
It's a lot with that. I look at why now? Why now? You know what I mean? Why are they coming up with this now?
So you're a conspiracy theorist on this fiction.
Okay.
So why
if
come
you know,
out?
if you
You don't think that we come at him before? You don't think we was mad about Aaliyah?
Where's the big corral and hoorah behind that den? You know what I mean?
All right, we got to take a break real quick. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna come right back with more live from the hub. We got a couple things lined up. We're gonna take about 2-minute break. We'll take a 2-minute break, man. We're gonna come right back with more live from the hub. We got young brother building. Then you gotta know the nigga when they come back. We live back from the hub, man. Like you, it's on you. We back live, man. HubCityDre, man. We got my man, young brother in the building, man. We're talking about the R. Kelly situation, and I just want to hear a brother's opinion, man. I'm just like from that side of the track because me, I don't have any religious background, no stance or anything. Like I feel how I feel, not assess the situation. I don't represent any people. But you, on the other hand, you represent people. And I just want to know how you guys would feel about the R. Kelly situation. And
well, first, I try my best to represent the truth. You know what I mean? And I don't care what skin you in. If you opposite of truth,
then you're out.
I'm riding against you.
I'm with you.
Period. So with that being said, if those allegations, are in fact true with the act, I'm 100% against that, without a doubt. But why is he being used? You know what I mean? What's up with Weinstein and all these other dudes that's, Charlie Sheens and all that. There's no peep of that.
You know what? Okay, so this is my issue. And I don't want to make this a long drawn out thing, but my thing is this: when black people do wrong, we always look at other people as like, well, what about this person? Or what about Elvis? Right. Or what about this person? Or what about that? That motherfucker R. Kelly is a scum.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But then look at this though. Why? Look at the times, man. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? And why is he being championed, presented in the public?
Okay.
So, right? So, like, again, I'm 100% against the act, period. Don't get me wrong.
Agreement on that.
Right.
Agreement on that.
So, but why is he getting put
in the front line?
Right. And if you look at the patterns that always happen with us, if one of us, or Trayvon, or Mike Brown, or something like that, where it's nationally exposed, right, and it's an outcry after that, right, we're to a point we had enough. You know what I mean? 100% dissatisfaction brings 100% change, right? So when they see that steam rolling up, here come a distraction. Boom.
Rather be a fire in the motherfucker.
Yeah, it's some form of black entertainer.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
without a fact. Just think about it. Okay. Think about it. That.
Give me an example.
Let's see. Right. Let's see. R. Kelly. What was the next one? Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby came before R. Kelly.
No, I'm just saying. Somebody gets laid down. We got to do something about that. Let me throw you a distraction. Okay. It never fails if you look at the pattern.
I'm with you on that.
So I'm saying, so why? What is the point? What are they? Why is he being used? When and you can't just paint it with a broad brush. You know what I mean? So you gotta look. How come they are being used like that? But the ones that's even more guilty, or if the same, the same wrongdoing, with the same amount of history or time span given, how come that's not being changed?
Boom.
So okay. Now, we're not going to, I want to ask you this. I want to switch things.
Yes, sir.
NFL.
Okay, not for long.
Do you...
Niggas for lease.
Do you support the NFL? No.
It's a love hate. Like I said, I used to play football. You know what I mean? I was on my way to the league, and I played for Oregon Ducks. As a linebacker. Yeah. So, but even then, man, like I knew it was slavery.
Oregon couldn't have felt right.
Nah.
Yeah, Oregon could not have felt right.
They, like I said, like bro, like I was telling you, I was like the BSU dude in like within a week. Like everybody, all my coaches know, like yeah, that ain't the guy you wanna, run that with. Like, you know what I mean? That whole hazing and all. I'm not with none of that. Like, they know,
fuck y'all up.
It was well documented. Like, that's not the dude they calling her. Hey, can you get, like this? That's not the guy you want to do that with. So it was a culture shock, to say the least. You know what I mean? To come from Watts Compton and go to Eugene, Oregon, flying to buttermilk. You know what I mean? Point blank. But but to your point, it's a love-hate thing because the diaspora, the limitation. We can only do certain things. It seems like, what I mean, or we have our minds set on two things. There's entertainment, music and sports, because that's what was presented to us. What I mean, that's what we see. What they don't see is how you kind of like liquid gold to them. You know what I mean?
That's what they're not exposed to.
No, they won't. They'll never do that. You know what I mean? You don't see how, you blow out your ACL or something like that, all year practicing and playing and you gone. You know what I mean? You gone. You just a number. When they getting Benzes and rings and diamond rings off your blown ligaments and all that, and they pulling up these coaches and all these benefactors and all that, they pulling up the new whips off your sweat and blood and tears. You know what I mean? So that's
sports though, right?
Yeah, that's slavery.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna leave it right there. That's ain't nothing else there right there.
And I'm not just because I don't want to get it, because this is somebody that I actually played. You know what I mean? I was good You know what I mean? So I'm not saying to be like, this the devil, everything the devil. No, it's just facts. You know what I mean? Like you go to, think about, right?
I had a friend, like one of my best friends, man. Great in football.
Mm-hmm.
Went to college on scholarship. Went to 2 different colleges on scholarship. And at one point he decided, I don't even want to do this no more.
Yeah,
and I could not, for the life of me, understand why would you stop. And then after we had a conversation, and he explained to me and exposed to me the other side, then it gave me a whole other different
perspective,
a perspective of what he was going through.
Yeah.
So.
And you're absolutely right.
I even, like, for now, like, I'm like, hell, my son loves sports, but I don't know if I want him to play football.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, you just got to be smart with it, because you got to think about it. It's only the roster, it's only 2,000, a little over 2,000 players in the NFL, period. Right? How many schools is it? You know what I mean? And, and how many is on
more than 2,000.
Exactly. So, and you got a roster that's over 40, all of these schools, right? And everybody's doing all they can to get to this, to, get the leagues. And each scholarship is about like a little over 100,000, for a ride. Right? So all of these, wherever school you at, I went to Oregon, like I said, a Duck, and it was 60,000 in them seats, win or lose, for the whole year. That's millions and that's just on tickets. We ain't even talking about merch. We ain't talking about, none of that, TV and all that. It's business. You're a battery. You know what I'm saying? So, and you get none of that. That's the point. You know what I mean? So, and then once you realize it's not fun and you got talent and all that, and once you realize you're getting used and it's nothing, you can't work when you're on scholarship, they won't let you do that. They feeding you stipend, and that's nothing, less than a G, and they making millions off it. And if you blow your knee or whatever, you're done.
And you ain't got nothing.
Nothing. Or education or something in bastard weaving. You majoring in bastard weaving.
Not basket weaving, bro.
And you done.
Not basket weaving.
It's basket and lunch, and you minor in lunch. So that's
it's over for you, bro.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Man, young bruh, we can go on and on. I can tell you right now, me and you.
Oh yeah.
We can go on and on about this.
Trust me, bro.
I got questions.
I got answers.
I know
I
you
don't
do.
have answers. I know somebody that has
we got
answers.
dialogue in this motherfucker, man.
Right.
For real, man. But I definitely want to invite you back because I want to have more conversation with you. I want to talk to you more about some of these things that we are going through as a people.
Yes, sir.
That we're dealing with in our own culture, in our own neighborhoods. I want to talk to you more about that. But right now, I guess we have to cut you.
Yeah, man, I understand.
I appreciate you for coming through here.
I appreciate you more, brother. I appreciate the whole Hub Radio family, man. We need this, you know what I mean? So I'm very humbled and honored for this experience.
That way, man. Again, I tell people all the time, man, the reason why the Hub Radio is even in existence is because we want to be a media outlet for our own community. A lot of people, if you Google Compton, you're going to get everybody else and their views of what this city is. But if you get the Hub Radio, you get exactly what this city is and people that come through here. And not even just from the city, but from around the surrounding areas. So that's why the Hub Radio is in existence, and I appreciate you for even...
Give me that right hand. I don't want that.
On everything. I'm going to give it to you the right way.
That's right.
We're going to give it to you the right way, man. We're going to take a break real quick, man. Live from the Hub, man. We'll be right back with more. We're going to wrap this thing up in the last... I have a dope, very, 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 very dope ending for you guys, man. Somebody that I want to give praise to, I want to acknowledge. As black people in this black community, black culture, man, we don't acknowledge the heroes of recent times. It's very rare that we acknowledge the black excellence of now and the heroes of today. After this break, I will acknowledge one of those heroes, man. So we're going to be right back with more Live from the Hub, young bruh. Follow this man on all social media.
Yes, sir. Yes,
it's
sir.
Young without the O, YUNGBRUH. Find him now on all social media. This brother is dope. He has a lot to say, a lot to offer to our people. Man, we'll be right back. More Live from the Hub. Yeah. Back live from the Hub, man. We are getting down to the end of our first show of Black History Month, man. This whole month, let me tell y'all right now, this whole month has been brought to you by our Vice President Tane Muhammad, that girl, she has planned out our Black History Month for over 2 months now. She knew exactly who we were going to bring in, when we were going to bring them in, who we were going to post for Black excellence, who we were going to post for Black businesses. And she has it planned out for the whole 28 days of February, man. And I would like to say, Tane, I appreciate you for bringing this together, for putting this thing together. We have a dope-ass month lined up. We went through a dope-ass show already. And I want to take the time right now, man. I got my band Harley Drew in the building. Mr. Fry's Man Truck, if you don't know that. Riders Record CEO, if you didn't know that. This nigga does a whole bunch of things. This nigga got box trucks. This nigga does a whole bunch of things. You know, find out who the nigga is. Google the nigga, right? But what I found out about Drew, man, is Drew has a long-standing reputation in the city of Compton. And his reputation goes even older than what he is. And what I mean by that is that people know Drew and Drew's family from his grandfather. His grandfather was Pee Wee of the Defiant Ones.
Yeah.
Started the Defiant Ones.
Yeah, started the Defiant Ones. Founder, since 1957.
Like one of the first black...
Yeah, we the first black motorcycle club to exist. You know what I'm saying? Here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he, in the early 50s, he got into building bikes. You know, it was just not starting a motorcycle club. It was, he had a passion for bike building. And then, he was in the Navy, moved to San Diego. He met Sonny Bargers and the Hells Angels, and they was real close friends, and that's how he got into the whole, bike and, wanting to ride and be a part, start something for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Now, at that time, Harley-Davidson wasn't necessarily, like, catering towards black riders.
No, they wasn't. They wasn't catering to black riders at all at the time, but he made a name for himself. Back then, you didn't have social media, cell phones, pagers. I don't even think you had house phones back in then. Back then. So it's like, he got on his motorcycle and he rode cross country, to, let the world know who he was, what he do, and what he was about, And, he did a lot of stuff. It's another African-American guy named Sugar Bear. He, built front ends, the springers for, choppers. And him and my pops got together and they created a style of motorcycles that became real popular in the, mid-60s and early 70s. That's when it really took off. And my pops, pretty much the culture you see today, he ran the, the LA Council, for the bikers, you know what I'm saying? So he, like this, what you see today with all the, all the different clubs, he, was a fan that he pretty much started and made it what it is today. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
let me say this, man, because like I know Drew personally as a friend, but the people I know in our age group, they know Drew as well from the same ways I know Drew. But I talk to an older generation, like people that might be like 10, 15 years older than us. Yeah. And they don't know Drew for Drew the way I know Drew. They know Drew as the son, the grandson of Pee Wee. Yeah. And then they go in on who he was. Yeah. You feel me? So I'm like, because I talked to a couple people, I'm like, damn, who is he? Like, I don't know about bikes. Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't know about motorcycles, I don't know about bikes. I love them, but I've never. I gotta get into the scene. But when I talk to people that's in the scene, your grandfather is held to such a high standard. Man. And this is how long has he been gone?
Since 2012.
Okay. Yeah. And even to this day, people are like praising him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we had to highlight that, man. We had to highlight Pee Wee as a Black History moment.
Oh, most definitely. He when he passed, Harley invited us. Well, before he passed, a week before he passed, me and him went out, and he was acknowledged for Harley-Davidson Iron Elite. It was like a, they did for Black History Month, Black Bikers, and they put him on that pedestal of, the Harley Davidson icon, the Black Willie G. You know what I'm saying? And they acknowledged what he did for the culture because, you know, he saved Harley, you know, by creating this structure of the motorcycle set here in LA, and it probably saved him from going bankruptcy a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he did a lot, you know, himself because he just truly loved, you know, the passion of riding his bike and that freedom and building bikes, and he wanted to inspire people the way he was inspired, and it kind of, you know, it
trickled down like a motherfucker because this nigga Drew has a couple bikes right now that he tapped into our culture, and he modeled a couple bikes after Michael Jordan tennis shoes. Yeah. So when I tell you that these bikes look like the Jordan tennis shoe, I'm talking about like a basketball seat. I'm talking about like the shoes on the pedals. I'm talking about like he really tricked these a couple bikes out. So it obviously trickled down generations. Yeah. We definitely appreciate you for being a part of it. And exposing us to Harley Davidson and the custom bike and that whole scene. We appreciate you. We appreciate your grandfather, everything they've done, man, all things that you guys done over the years, man. We honor that. And we just wanted to represent that one time.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, appreciate
it's all love, man. And on top of that too, we are preparing a team for this March Madness.
Hub City Riders.
Hub City Riders. You know what I'm saying? Hub Radio and Riders Records are getting together. We finna put a team together. We finna kill you niggas.
About to smash on y'all, man.
Smash the rest of you niggas, man. But yeah, it's going down, man. That's gonna be in March, man. March 24th. The info is on the hubradio.net. It's on our Instagram. Anything you want to say real quick? Because we're going to play this video too.
Man. Just representing for the culture and the young generation of these Harley riders. You know, Harley Drew. Other people know me as Lil Pee Wee on the motorcycle set. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So just putting it down, holding it down for the culture, you know, with HubCityDre, you know.
That way, man. And this nigga won Hood Jeopardy a couple weeks ago. So listen.
And we got to do another one with all the winners.
With all the winners, though.
Exactly. I'm going to smash on them.
Hey, he ready to smash. Hey, that shit, Corey looking like, nigga, you ain't smashed nothing. I got the answers. So listen, man, we gonna take not take a break. We getting out of here, man. We getting out of here. We gonna end on this video, man. We got a video on Pee Wee.
Yeah,
on your
that's right.
Man.
Yeah, Brothers of the Bikes, man.
Brothers of the Bikes, man. And I ain't gonna say no more. This is the Hub Radio live from the Hub, man. Y'all enjoy Pee Wee.
I look young as hell on here. That's how you know.
If you look at Harley Davidson, if you go over the years, usually it was only white guys that rode Harleys. The myth of the whole thing was, you got to remember that black men has been riding Harley Davidsons all the way back into the war.
When the military came back from war, a lot of the guys rode motorcycles.
I was in the Navy. Some guys on my ship had bikes, so I bought me a bike.
Well, the first thing we was doing, we was riding cars. We was a car club. On Saturday, we couldn't have the one car, so the old lady used to have to go make groceries, so we didn't have no way to get around but on motorcycles.
The motorcycles that they bought had so much equipment on them that they didn't need.
I bought a 1941 Harley Davidson for $85.
Then they started to paint them, and then they started to chrome them, so they would take the bikes apart.
$85, I come back to San Diego and I put it together.
Certain military uniforms or patches, they would paint those on the side of the gas tanks.
There was a lot of full dress riders riding bikes. Star Riders and the Buffalo Riders, they had uniforms.
On a Saturday night, if you didn't come to the set with a bike that was painted right, chromed out right, seats was done and your outfit looked right, you was getting laughed off the set.
See, When I had a problem at home, my bills I couldn't pay, my money I didn't have no money to pay my bills with. And then I had a lot of problems with my kids or something other went on in my family that I couldn't solve. Then I got up on my damn motorcycle.
It's just the feeling that you got when you get on your bike. Whatever kind of stress you got is gonna relieve it.
I didn't have time to get mad and get upset when I got on my bike.
Having the air hitting you, the wind in your face, the freedom of nothing being around you. And it's like the thought patterns of anything that's going on in your life kind of leaves you.
When I came back home, I could solve my problem. My bike was a lot of problem solving for me.
I get on my bike, go up on the freeway, man. I got me a rush that you won't never get from no dope or nothing else.
When you're on your bike, your pipes and your mufflers, they tune in with you. You tune in with your bike and you roll to the sound and it just take you on down the highway. It's like music. You don't even need a radio. You just listen to your bike and go on about your business.
Well, it's like this. It's like you look at a guy that's riding with you. This is your club brother. Friend is a friend, but your club brother is your club brother. In other words, when you see that, it's like you're looking at more than just a brother. You're looking at something that's even closer.
I got guys in this group that when I'm going through some of the most personable times in my life, is guys in this group that I call first before I call family sometimes.
You know, it's like I got two homes. I got the one I got with my family, and I got the one with my brotherhood. Instead of being on the street, going to jail, I can come to my club and chill instead of being out there on them corners.
We are not a gang. We are family people. We have jobs, we have homes, we have kids, everything that normal people do.
These colors are something that you cherish, something that you hold dearly to your heart. It's something that you know that you're not going to misuse. You're not going to disgrace them.
You actually joined this. We didn't actually join you.
This club completes me. You know, I'm a dragon. Wouldn't you like to be one too?
If it goes down funky, then we're here together with each other. But riding is the main purpose of this club. It's supposed to be a riding club, not a driving club, not a parking club, not a domino club.
To get into a pack and riding with about 20 to 30 to 80 guys in a club, all of them on the same motorcycle, everybody's going the same way, wearing the same colors. It's not a feeling like that in the world, because you know every last one of them is your brother. You know, you down for them, they down for you. Sometimes we get to be a little prejudiced when we come to motorcycles. If you're not on a Harley, then you ain't riding a motorcycle.
I think Harley's a lifestyle. Like, Harley has created an image of what a biker should be, where it came from.
You can't really explain it unless you hop on the bike yourself. You get the same feeling I got. It's like a natural high.
If he come and join the Dragon, he gonna have to have a Harley Davidson. You can't join the Dragon unless you have a Harley.
Harley's just it at the end of the day.
Yeah, like Harley is like the Cadillac of bikes.
I don't give a damn who you are, where you come from, where you came from.
The sound of a Harley Davidson motorcycle is the sound of strength and power. The sound of gas and electricity, thunder combined. That's what it's about, and that's what we're about. Strength and power, the power of togetherness, the power of love.
Biking is like the best. Like, that's all I ever do, I think, until the day I die. When you tell me I can't turn the throttle no more, that's the only time I stop.
The hub.